The objective of this lesson is to understand the switch formula in Excel. So I'm going to show you two cases, one where it's easy to use and the other one where it's a bit more cumbersome. And I would advise you in the second case to use the ifs formula with S. And I'm going to put a link in the description for the ifs formula. So let me start with explaining what switch does. Basically, switch is a set of conditions. It will look at conditions, and whenever there is one condition that is true, the first one that is true, it's going to return a certain value, right? So it's like kind of multiple ifs. Let's try it out. Now here in my first case, which is the easy case, I want to look at the result, and what I want to do is, if the result is excellent, I want to give the student an A. If the result is average, I'm going to give a B. And if the result is poor, I want to give a C. Now let's just format this so it looks okay. And let's start. I have here a table with different results and names, etc. So we write equal switch. Now what is my expression? My expression is this. That's what I'm checking, right? Now my value 1 is excellent. If it's excellent, what do I want? Result 1, A. What is my value 2? It's average, right? Then average corresponds to B. That's my result. What is my third option? You cannot see it here, but it's in this cell. It's poor. And then if I get poor, I want a C. Again, I'm going to select the cell. Lastly, if you want, you can take care of the cases that are not existent in your mapping table. For example, if I get a result that is super good, you don't have this in your table. So what will you give? You can write, for example, in double quotation an A. So all the other cases will give me an A. And there you go. After closing the parentheses, you get A. Now I'm going to fix with F4 some of the formula parameters. So then we can drag it down and you can see the result. So I'm fixing all those except the cell we are comparing to. So you get A. Now let's drag it down. As you can see, poor will give me C, B will be for average, and so on. Now the problem arises when you want to compare things. So now we only did equal. What if you want to do bigger than, smaller than, and so on? So what do we do in this case? It's a bit more complex. So we do equal switch. Instead of having this as an expression, we will write true. So I'm checking true versus this value 1. In value 1, I'm going to say, for example, that grade is bigger than 70. So if my grade is bigger than 70, I want to give the student an A. Next, I'm going to compare the same cell, but this time I'm going to say to 50. When I say this, it means 50 to 70, because in this case, if it finds out that 70 is true, it will return the first one and it will stop. So this is how this condition works. The first true condition will return. So this is why I don't need to bother and write that it should be between 50 and 70 and so on. Next, what do I want if it's between 50 and 70? I want B. And last condition, if this is bigger or equal than 0, I want a C. Enter, and you get the same result. Now, again, we're going to use F4 for some of the cells. So not this one, it's just for the results. Here, here, and here. The value we are comparing it to, we're going to keep it. And then we can drag this. And as you can see, if you get more than 70, you have an A. Between 0 and 50, you get a C, and so on.